Welcome to King Says So, a channel that advocates for one Africa, one land, one Africa, one language, one Africa, one currency, one Africa, one army. I wish to witness Africans all around the world united as one in our lifetime. Enjoy.
At White Knot Technologies, we specialize in bags, embroidery, branded wear, and screen printing. We provide the finest quality for affordable price and fast turnaround time. We make sure you'll be satisfied with your order. Visit us at 18 Fisher Avenue, Epping.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy King053, Mr. Easy Imali Ening. Welcome to the podcast King Said So. You are most welcome, African brothers from all around Africa. Thank you so much for showing love on the comment section. Thank you to everyone that has clicked the subscribe button, supporting this channel. It means a lot to me. You guys, you have no idea. We are about to reach that 10,000 subscriber mileage that we want to reach before the end of December. So please, guys, keep on clicking that subscribe button. It's very important to show love for this Pan-Africanist channel. So in this video, I want to pick on some points that Julius Malema was addressing the ground forces of Kimberley. Malema was just in my hood, but I couldn't go there. I would have loved to go there and interview some EFF fighters, but unfortunately or fortunately, you guys know that I'm preparing for a fight, so I was out in Bloemfontein promoting the fight and preparing myself for the fight. So I'll catch them next time. Julius Malema has been going from province to province doing hard work for the EFF. It's so important to do what he's doing because political education is always it's always a by the way thing. They don't, political parties just assume that people have got political education and they know how to behave, but it is not necessarily true. So the speech is quite long. Unlike the Mokhwe one, I'm not going to post the whole speech. I'm just going to give you guys 6 points that I felt like they were very, very important for me in this address of Julius Malema to the Kimberley residents and the Kimberley fighters. So let's just quickly hear what Julius Malema said about be aware of how you represent yourself as a fighter.
They want to hear you. Always be clean. Always look presentable, because people must take you serious. You must dress the way you want to be addressed. Do not smell armpits and all of that. You are getting into this house here in Khaleshiwe, a nice, beautiful house. The people understand themselves there. They are relaxed. You just come in with a smell of armpits. You are disrupting their peace. Or re tlole fame sebetsi re age matlu a o tsama ba re le khwafa le ka fama mosebetsi le khwafa armpits le khwafa. You must be presentable. You must be knowledgeable. You must speak from an informed point of view. When they look at you, they must say, this is the government of 2024. You must represent how the future is going to look like. Because you represent the future. You don't represent backwardness. And being clean does not mean being expensive. We must be presentable.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important to dress the way you want to be addressed. I grew up with that principle. My mother grilled it in my mind that you need to dress the way you want to be addressed. There is nothing that turns off people more than a person who comes in their homes and they don't introduce themselves properly. They don't know how to address people. The political points they are making are useless. You know how politicians, young politicians, amateur politicians like to use bombastic words to impress people, and you find that they did not even greet properly. The introduction to people's homes were not even proper. You understand what I'm saying? So it is something that someone might look over and think that people know how to do that. But if you don't remind the fighters, if you don't remind the political people, it's just like with the youth of today. If you don't remind them that dressing in a certain way portrays you to other people in a certain way, just like when people see dreadlocks, they think of smoking. When they see saggy pants, they think of hip hop, unruly, and no conduct, no self control, and all those things. And when you see your boy King 053, Mr. Easy Imali, Emening, you know that you're dealing with a proper person, because of the way we speak, the way we behave is exactly the way the people are going to treat us. It's so important that what Julius Malema said. So for me, it's points that um, you have to constantly remind the ground forces. Remember, the ground forces will be in the streets, will be in people's houses, they will be on the ground speaking to people. And it's important to come in a peaceful, calm tone and use your body language, use your hands language, and make sure that your facial expression is proper. Make sure that you are dressed proper, and then you speak. And it does not mean that you have to dress expensive stuff. What we are wearing is quite cheap, but it looks good on us. It looks good on us, whether it's a red t-shirt or whatever. Look neat. Wash yourself. Make sure that you are very you are clean. You're clean. Don't just go to people. Whew. If you're a smoker, make sure that you have some sweets and whatever. When you speak to people, do not disturb people's peace, like Julius Malema. So the second point I want to address is, when you get to people's houses, they're going to tell you the problems of the problems of the community, the problems that they are facing. And Julius Malema made an example about ESCOM. Let's quickly listen to what he said. I might just play something from the Minister of Electricity here.
When will load shedding end?
The 24th of December.
And are you confident that we're on the road to that 5,800 megawatts by the 24th of December?
I'm more than confident.
Load shedding. Huh? Load shedding, load shedding. Hey. Ape bana ibile ba feditse le di exam ba ngwala ka rama sisi. Kwena you are leading a complaint. No, you can't do that. You must have the solution to that problem, because you are a doctor of society. You diagnosed what are the problems in society and how you are going to solve those problems. So you cannot join in the complaining. Load shedding, we are going to solve it, because we are going to make sure that we service all our coal power stations, make them to function at an optimal level, and then build more capacity to complement the existing capacity which was built a long time ago, before the population became electrified. Now that majority of our people have got electricity, we need extra capacity.
When it comes to the community that we go to as ground forces, and the community say, listen, we're having a problem with ESCOM, we're having a problem with water. You as a political party cannot join in that problem, especially if you are not in the ruling party. If you are in the ruling party, you have to play defense. But if you are in the opposition, you have to make sure that you give the people the confidence that, listen, this problem is going to be sorted out by the EFF, by the DA, by whatever opposition party that you will be speaking for. So it's important to say, listen, we are not going to We are not going to cry over the problem, but as the EFF, we've got a solution. We're going to increase capacity. We're going to, speak with confidence and make sure that the people understand that, yes, listen, these people, they are convinced. Because some people, it's very easy to convince because they don't have information. So if you talk about increasing the generation capacity, increasing, making sure that the maintenance is maintained throughout the coast stations, and you speak like that, some people, they will just be sold just like that. So sometimes you don't have to you don't have to talk about big things, but you just have to speak about the basic things that your political party will be doing to make sure that the electricity problem is gone. He spoke about giving China or Russia a 30-year contract. Listen, come build the infrastructure. We'll buy the electricity from you with this rate, and after 30 years, you go away, and then we take over the facilities. It's another solution. It's another suggestion. Is it the best? I don't think so, but it's fine. You make those points as a opposition party to show that you've got a solution better than the current ruling party. So that was for me very important. Another thing that he spoke about is jobs. My goodness, jobs. Let's listen to what Mr. Malema said.
Give us jobs. How are you going to give us jobs? You must tell them that our economy is not industrialized. There is no manufacturing in South Africa. Every product from Northern Cape leaves Northern Cape raw as it is. So once they put that thing in a truck, then you must know they've put jobs on the truck. Jobs are living. Because those minerals, when they are processed here, those are jobs. This diamond that you produce here in Kimberley, it must be produced here. Is jobs. Miners take it out. Then from there, it must go to be polished. Meaning there must be a factory that polishes this diamond. Is jobs. Then there must be another factory that is going to cut this diamond. Is jobs. Then there must be another shop which is going to sell the finished product. Is jobs. All of that is jobs that are being taken away from us. So the EFF is going to stop all those trucks that are going to Richards Bay. All of them are going to return back to where they went to fetch the minerals. Let the factories be opened there, where you produce the final finished product of that particular mineral. Our economy has got potential to create a lot of jobs.
Look, as a Pan-Africanist, the job problem is an easy problem to solve. Any government in Africa can solve it. Why? Because Africa has got minerals galore. We are not in short of raw material minerals. We have to industrialize our local economy. Especially when you speak to a province like Northern Cape, we've got a lot of minerals, manganese, diamonds, and the likes. So you speak to Northern Cape people about industrializing the local economy in their province and making sure that manufacturing takes place here. You understand? It's very simple. That industrializing the local economy applies to any place in Africa. You cannot, as an African country, allow these European countries to export raw materials from Africa. You cannot take out a diamond in the what you call in the ground and just polish it and just send it away. Just cut it and just send it away. And then you want to go buy the ring back into Africa with a price that is crazy, that is inflated like nobody's business. We cannot trust these people anymore with our raw material. We have to keep the raw material to make sure that the jobs and the economy is stable. The economic growth is stable here in our province. It's very important. I don't know. Well, I do know why they're not doing it, because it's very difficult to fight these big companies. The big company like De Beers has been here in Kimberley since the 80s, and they looted Northern Cape and left us only with a building. After they were done, they donated their offices and listen, we're donating the office to the local university that was recently built. So for me, that was another thing that was very disturbing. Okay, let's speak about um, fighting for work in the local economy. We've got this thing of xenophobia, people pointing fingers, and Julius Malema addressed it nicely. Let's quickly listen to what he said.
We don't want foreigners. We don't want. Why? They are taking our jobs. Which jobs? The one of Mulungu. You and Zimbabweans are fighting to work for a white man. That's what you are fighting about. And the white man makes you fight. Fight. The one who wins shall work for me. You are fighting to work for a white man. You are not fighting to establish industries and factories and own them and hire white people. You are not fighting to hire white people. You are fighting to be hired by a white man. I've never worked for a white man. I will never work for a white man. I don't want my people to work for the white man. They must work for themselves. They must have the land. They must have factories. They must own the economy. And what I'm saying is not a dream. If a white man can do it, you can do it. And that should be the attitude of all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we as Africans must stop this nonsense of fighting to be workers. We have to fight for ownership. And that dream and that goal and that agenda is always running away from South Africans. I don't know why. Angazi ukuthi why singanje. We have to, by all means, don't fight to go and be a waiter in a restaurant, but fight for an ownership of a restaurant. And that comes also with government policy coming into place. You understand? I've always said in this channel, you might fight the Pakistanis, the Indians, the Nigerians, the whatever, to saying they are killing the economy, the township economy in South Africa. But honestly, when you look around, the big supermarkets, your ShopRite, Checkers, Pick and Pay, and what's the other one? OK and Spar, are the ones that are infiltrating the market in the townships. They are taking over. Even this Somali shop cannot compete with the ShopRite. Once a ShopRite is built, is erected close to your area, it's taking a lot of customers away from the small businesses, South African and African-owned businesses around it. So for me, the problem of Africans looking down at themselves and not thinking that they can do what the white man has done even better, it's an issue. The political education is not there. The self-belief is not there for Africans. So we need to reignite that self-belief to say, Africans, you can do anything that any other race can do. It's very important. It's very important. Let's stop fighting each other as Africans, pointing fingers at Zimbabwean, pointing at, we are brothers. If you don't like that, that's your problem. In this channel, a Zimbabwean brother, a Mozambican brother is our brother. And people confuse it. We say, but King, this Nigerian came here, he sold drugs, this one came, killed, this one came. No, that is a policing issue. South Africa has got a policing issue, not a foreign issue. Our police are simply don't have the intelligence of doing their work. They are not doing their work, and they've been bought easily. That's why you see people recommitting the same crime over and over. When you see this person was charged for stealing something 7 times, 5 times, but they keep on reoccurring in the correctional service system. It's a when you see someone, whether they come from Zimbabwe, come here, they kill someone. It's a policing issue. That person must be arrested and be thrown in the jail. It's not a Zimbabwean issue. Now we cannot conclude that Zimbabweans are killing people because of that one person that's stealing or that one person. Do you understand what we are saying, Africans? In the meantime, when you are busy fighting these small tariff wars, the white companies are busy manipulating the currency. The big enemy you don't see, but you see these small petty problems that someone stole a hose pipe or someone stole a cable. That's the issue. And we as South Africans can never, ever, ever say that South Africans don't steal, South Africans don't kill, South Africans don't corrupt, are not involved in corruption. We can never say that. So it is a policing issue. Our our law is not exercised properly in our country, and that is why we're having these problems with people coming from other parts of the country and doing as they please. Those people, even in their country, they are naughty. Even here, they are naughty. They need to be locked up. They need to be locked up. The correctional system needs to work properly. But anyway, I'm not going to speak too much on that. Let's speak about what Julius Malema said about One Africa. So, oh, yo. This is a very important. You guys know how I feel about One Africa. It goes into what we were just speaking now. Um, Africa is one. Listen to what Julius Malema said.
I've spoken for too long now. I'll one day educate you about it. There is nothing called South Africa. It's Africa. This is Africa. So there's no need to be saying South Africa. Once you say Africa, everything is in it, including the south of Africa. This is when we say South Africa, it's a geographical location within the continent of Africa. That's why the EFF logo does not have South Africa as a map. Because EFF is not a South African party. EFF is an African party that seeks to unify the whole of Africa and make this continent to be one. They say to you, hi, hey, Malema wants to do away with borders. Hey, Malema is going to bring people here. They are going to come to South Africa. One, there are no borders in Europe. There are no borders in Europe. You can wake up in Italy and go and eat breakfast in Britain and have your lunch in Spain. No issue. They have no borders. But they say we must have borders. But let's look at this thing that they keep on saying, that when you move the borders, people are going to come to South Africa because South Africa has got more resources. That's why they're going to come here and destroy what we have. It's not true. I come from Limpopo. There's no border between Limpopo and Gauteng. And Gauteng is more richer than Limpopo. But the people of Limpopo have never left their homes to go to Gauteng, because people always go to where there is richness. That's why they are going to leave Nigeria and come here. To come and do what? They will never come here. They've got their own beautiful homes. And even if they wanted to come, there was nothing that was going to stop them. Nothing was going to stop those people from Lesotho, because there is no fence. This is a lie. It's a myth. It's a dream. To say we're divided by a fence is not true. There's no fence. Those people of Lesotho go to Free State to drink alcohol. It's Saturday today. Ale tabama fella in the afternoon, but what are you talking about? Same thing in Swaziland and Mpumalanga. Same thing with Mozambique and Mpumalanga and KwaZulu Natal. Why didn't those people of Mozambique move en masse to go to KwaZulu Natal?
One thing I have noticed about One Africa, One Land, the dream of this channel, pushed by our ancestors, Subuku, Hani, Thomas Sankara, and the likes, is that There is no other political party in South Africa actually that speaks about one Africa, one land, one Africa, oneness. There is no other political party but the EFF. That's why the EFF sees itself as an African political party and not a South African political party. And then you will wonder why, King, why do you always cover EFF? It's because of this point. I might not agree with EFF on other points like your LGBTQ, their LGBTQ stance and everything. But when we come to this point, this is the point that I'm chasing the most. One Africa, one land. No borders. No nonsense. Africans everywhere moving in harmony. Exchange, import and export. No passport. Just an central identifying process or unit for all Africans. It's very important. It's happening in Europe. It's happening in America. It's only here that we want to discriminate each other. And on top of that discrimination of countries, we still have a deeper rooted hatred of tribalism. This one thinking their tribe is better than the other tribe. That is the problem here in Africa, the problem with us Africans. When I see an African brother, I first want to ask, where are you from? If you say you are from a Xhosa tribe, then I've got a problem with that. But you are African before you are Xhosa. When we go overseas, they don't even care about our tribes. They see a black person. That's it. You understand what I'm saying to you guys? The last point I want to make is that what Julius Malema said about EFF fighters, protecting each other. Listen to this.
Please, when you live as a fighter, you must look after each other, because there is too much hate out there against us fighters. And then we cannot afford to hate each other. So you can't say you are a fighter and a ground force if you hold grudge. A fighter doesn't hold grudges. A fighter expresses his or her view now, and it ends there. After that, we go and do the work of the organization.
I like that he ended his speech with this thing that, listen, when you move out of here, fighters look after each other. As fighters, look after each other. And that is the message that this channel pushes, that let's love each other. Let's protect each other. We as Africans are already in so much attacks by people manipulating our rand, our currencies, or the whole of Africa. People taking our land, our history stolen, our culture stolen, our religion stolen. Everything is stolen from us as Africans. We are already on the back foot. So there is no need for African brothers to fight each other. Absolutely no need. No need. We have to spend the fighting energy to the right enemy. Let's stop this thing of in-house fighting. And that's something that slowly killed the ANC in our country. A beautiful political party, but because of greed and factions, they ended up killing themselves slowly within the party. Africans fighting Africans because someone wants to be richer than the other, someone wants to have more power than the others, someone was bought by higher powers than others. So for me, it's like, it's not worth it, man. Let us unite as Africans and let's make sure that we love each other. That is the big message that I want to preach. If I'm long gone after this channel, when we go to the next dimension, the only thing I would love to be remembered for is loving my African brother as I love myself. That is the most important thing to me. Love each other, unity. It's your boy King053, Mr. Easy Male Nengi. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If indeed you did enjoy it, please click the like button. so that we can spread the news, make sure that other people hear the same gospel. And please click the subscribe button to show some support and love for the channel so that we can get to that 10,000 subscribers, guys. We're already in December, so we have a few days to get to that 10,000 subscribers. Believe we can do it. Only if you can click the subscribe button, I would appreciate it so much, guys. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray, and after you pray, stand up, African child, and do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.